Alright, hi there everybody. So just to give you a heads up, there's like some fighting, minor blood in this, but it's not that bad. So today I'm going to give you a speech about the Brawl at Hockeytown. This was like a famous fight between the Red Wings and the Colorado Avalanche. And we'll get more into it soon, but first I'm going to tell you why like two teams were totally beating each other up all game and why they hated each other so much. So it all kind of starts with this guy. His name is Claude Lemieux. He was a great superstar, and this is in the 1994-95 season, and he played for the New Jersey Devils. Together, they beat the Red Wings in the finals of the Stanley Cup, 4-0. So the Red Wings really hated him for that, and he won Finals MVP. So they didn't like that at all. And then next season, Lemieux gets traded to the Avalanche, and then the best goaltender in the league, Patrick Waugh, also gets traded to the Avalanche. So naturally, the Red Wings were a great team, and then the Avalanche are now a team loaded with 4 superstars. So they were just bound to hate each other. Plus, Claude Lemieux is on the team too. And then in the next season, in the Stanley Cup Conference Finals, the Avalanche and Red Wings met. And it was a whole series full of big hits, just a lot of fighting. And then in Game 6, Claude Lemieux makes an infamous hit. He hits Red Wings centerman Chris Draper face first into the boards. It broke his jaw, it broke his nose, and it fractured his cheekbone. He was out for a whole season. He had his mouth sewn shut for 8 weeks. Nobody ever forgave Claude Lemieux for this. Claude Lemieux was fined $1,000, and he was also suspended for 2 games, which was really light. And he went on to win the Stanley Cup again for the Avalanche that year in '96. So the Red Wings really hated him even more for just this awful, nasty goon hit. And we'll see what happens to him next. But so he won there. And then next season, Darren McCarty. Finally, this is our Brawl at Joe night. It's a regular season game, March 26, 1997. Claude Lemieux had a police escort to this game because there was threats of people going to kill him. That's how much the Red Wings fans hated him. And Darren McCarty finds Claude Lemieux in the open ice, and he just started laying into him. And you'll see here, Claude Lemieux was just turtling because he knew that McCarty was really trying to get him. And at this time, the whole team was fighting. The goaltender was out fighting, and I think you'll see everybody else was all fighting. The refs were trying to calm this down. It took them 10 minutes to stop the whole team from fighting. And then after that, 8 more fights happened during the game. It was just a game full of fighting. It's probably just the pinnacle of Detroit Red Wings, except for them winning multiple Stanley Cups. After this game, Darren McCarty, even though he fought 3 times and had one of the bloodiest fights against Claude Lemieux, you'll see Lemieux right there, he had to go to the locker room. He was beat up. But Darren McCarty won the game in overtime with a goal, beating them 6-5. And we went on to win the Stanley Cup in '97. And then next year, we won the Stanley Cup again in '98. These teams really just hated each other. In an interview with ESPN, Dino Ciccarelli, one of the Red Wings players, after the hit on Chris Draper, said he can't believe he shook that guy's freaking hand. You have to shake their hands after every game. He can't believe he shook Claude Lemieux's hand. He was just that dirty of a player. The Avalanche went on to win in '01 again. The teams really, their hate kind of boiled off a little bit at this time. They kind of focused on wanting to win. It helped that Claude Lemieux was traded away in 2000, so he was not part of this team winning. But they still kind of hated each other. NHL.com said that Darren McCarty, after one of the fights, because there was another fight where Claude Lemieux just engaged with Darren McCarty right at the start of the game to try and win back his respect after he got beat up really bad in the brawl. Darren McCarty said he respected him for fighting, but he will never respect him as a person. It was just a very disrespectable hit that he made. Then the Red Wings won in '02. Together, these teams were just great teams. Like one of the best teams that you'll ever see was these eras of the Red Wings and the Colorado Avalanche. Now, 20 years later, during retirement, Lemieux and McCarty finally made up. They finally talked about it a little bit, but they still kind of hate each other. Detroit Free Press interviewed McCarty during retirement, and McCarty said that during that fight, he just felt like it was Shark Week. He found Claude Lemieux in open water, and he just went at him. So I encourage you to look up this fight. You know, it's really entertaining, and it's just a pinnacle of sports watching for me. So that's all I have for you today.